What's next for the Bloodline story? Why did Jimmy Uso say he is proud of Solo Sikoa? What will happen on January 6th regarding the Roman Reigns vs. Solo Sikoa match? I want to try and cover all of this in this video. Some fantasy booking, I suppose, and an attempt to analyze certain hints that we have witnessed. Jimmy Uso saying he is proud of Solo Sikoa despite all that Solo Sikoa has done means something, and this is what Jimmy Uso said on SmackDown. It could hint at the future and somehow links to what we saw a few weeks ago when Jey Uso was on SmackDown and confronted the Bloodline. He basically told Solo to be careful of those he surrounds himself with, and we got a stare down between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso. I think this hints at Solo becoming the monkey in the middle eventually. This brings me to what could happen on January 6th episode of Raw on Netflix when Solo goes up against Roman Reigns. Consider this a fantasy booking, yet something like this could legit happen. Imagine this. The match between Solo and Roman Reigns happens where we see a much stronger Solo. A crazy match, and ultimately Roman Reigns wins. Roman Reigns takes the Ulafala and places it around his neck. We think it's over with the fingers raised. But suddenly The Rock's music plays. Roman turns to face the entrance. The Rock enters and there's a stare down between The Rock and Roman Reigns. Suddenly, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga jump Roman from behind. Roman tries to fight back, but the numbers game is too much. The Rock goes into the ring and hits Roman Reigns with the Rock bottom. He then takes the Ulafala and is about to give it back to Solo. As Solo gets up to his feet, he's recovering. But instead, the Rock wears it. Solo is annoyed and hints at Jacob and Tama Tonga to do something. Jacob says, "I love you, Solo." But then they all turn on him. Solo is now on his own. Now The Rock is the self-proclaimed tribal chief, while Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu are on his side. This takes things to the next level. And now Solo has nowhere to go. Obviously, Solo can't go back to Roman Reigns considering all that he has done. And I don't know how Solo would confront The Rock, who is much bigger, along with Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Solo may try to talk to Jimmy and Jey Uso, which is when they can remind him of all the things that they have said. Jey can say, "I told you they can't be trusted." Jimmy can say, "I said I'm proud of you because you are family at the end of the day. But I knew all along that you will be screwed by your own team." But then they both turn around and Solo is on his own. I feel all this would be an interesting way to move the story forward. The story can't just end with Roman Reigns getting the Ulafala back. It needs to build up. I don't believe the rumors of The Rock not being part of WrestleMania are true. I mean, I believe he will be there and we will see Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41. Fingers crossed. So all this kind of connects, right? And I think it would be interesting to see Solo as that guy who just can't go anywhere. He just screwed himself. He gets screwed from his own new bloodline, when The Rock takes over. Now obviously he can't go back to Roman Reigns considering all that has happened, and now it's just Solo in the middle. Perfect karma. And then of course, after Netflix, we have The Rock as the new tribal chief. Roman Reigns now needs to try to once again get the Ulafala back, but this time it's not against Solo Sikoa, it's against The Rock. So you're stacking things. You know, you're making things more intense. You know, you're hiring the stakes basically, and that is what the WWE needs on its way to WrestleMania during this road to WrestleMania, which officially hasn't really begun yet. I believe it officially begins at like Royal Rumble or something like that. But at the end of the day, I feel this is fantasy booking, obviously. I'm just having fun, but this would be pretty cool to see. Alright guys, please do share and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, peace out, bye.